Hey, what's up, guys? It's Conere from Team RNS. What I've got in front of me today, starter deck 24, Bonney. We'll be opening up this and checking out some of the new cards. I open it from the bottom, so I don't have to deal with this tape. That's the hack right here. See that? Boom. Oh, look at this later. All right. Now it's me versus plastic. Oh gosh. All right, we're good. This is nice. If you haven't seen the holo leader, it looks super nice. If you're not rocking the alt art, I'd probably use this. Actually, I might even use this instead of the alt art. It's pretty nice. All right, Bonney leader. Bonney leader is really good in my opinion. It helps you mitigate a lot of damage throughout the game. Its effect is that when your opponent attacks once per turn, you can rest one of your Dawn, so you have to have an active Dawn. You can rest an opponent's leader or character card when they swing. So if they only have one character and their leader and they swing with one of them, you can rest the other. So that is what Bonney does. Put that there. And then, so we'll go through the deck, and first are the super rares in the deck. The first ones here are Kid and Killer. Kid and Killer, this is a new searcher for the deck. You look at the top 5 of the deck and reveal a supernova added to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. The cool thing with this card is it's a 2/2 with 1k counter. But the cool thing is that it has another effect that when your opponent attacks, you can trash this character to set a Dawn active. So you don't have to always leave a Dawn up, which is kind of the big thing with Bonney. As a leader, is you always have to keep one Dawn up. You may need another card that does it, but this searcher allows you to send it to the discard, and then you get a Dawn active. So you can use that for some tricky plays, maybe leave extra Dawn up to play other events if you want. But this is definitely a cool searcher, and if I were to run this, I'd be running 4 of these. The next super rare in the deck is this new Law Beppo, which is kind of like a new boss monster that the deck has. It's a 10/11k, no counter. It's Law and Beppo, and the artwork here is pretty crazy. Not sure if you can see that, but on play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters. That character will not be active in your opponent's refresh phase, so it gets stunned for a turn. Then if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, so if you rest one of the characters, they have another rested, that counts for 2. Your leader gains 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this is kind of like what 9-cost 9-beard, which is really good. Gives Bonney more of that tankiness to survive, and then you establish this really big body that's hard to get rid of. So this, in addition to some of the other tall bodies that you have in Bonney decks, is really good. So that's a super cool card that came out. We have more cards in the deck. These are some of the newer ones. We have Capone Beige, 4 copies they gave us. This is a 2/1 blocker with counter, 1k counter. On play, if you have 6 or more rested cards, you can draw and discard a card. So in the later turns of the game, you may play this with any of your bodies on board. They're already tapped, they already swung, you played something else on the turn, and now you have 6 or more rested cards. You can play it, you have a blocker now, you can filter out your hand, take out some of the non-counter, and then you've got a nice blocker on the board. Next in the new cards, they give us 2 copies of the new Basil Hawkins. This is sweet because it's a 4/4, but mainly it's a 2k counter. As part of this, if you need to play it, it's a 4 cost, and the end of turn effect is that you get to set up 1 Dawn active. So that's really cool for if you don't have the ability to maintain a Dawn standing because you need to play other cards. Worst case is you can play it, but it's a searchable 2k, which is just really good for the deck. They gave us another new 2k. This one is X-Drake. They give us 4 copies. If your leader has Supernova, it's an on-play, 5/5, 2k counter. On play, if your leader has Supernova, rest an opponent's character with 5 or less, then set up to one of your Dawn cards as active at the end of the turn. So kind of the same, similar effect with Dawn efficiency as the Basil, but you just have more searchable 2Ks for your deck. So that's also really good. They've given us some of the rare cards from prior sets. This is a Scratch Mana Poo 2K counter from EB1. On play, rest a 2 cost, so if you need to, you can break through a defense with that, or just keep it as a searchable 2K. That's also really good. We also have 4 copies of Rouge. Rouge has been in and out of Bonney deck lists. I think it's still really good. It's a nice body into Blackbeard or other decks that you just want to swing 5K. It also has a body they have to handle. It's a blocker, and at the end of the turn, you stand another Dawn. So this can really help extend your turns if you have that out as well. Another reprinted card in here is another blocker, Caribou, the wet guy from Fishman Island. He's a blocker, 4/5. If you have 6 or more rested Dawn cards, this character gets 1,000 power, so it's a 4/5, but if you play it while you have 6 or more Dawn rested, it's a 4/6. So that's just another good blocker for the deck. Searchable, it's a supernova as well. They also gave us another Caribou, which is a 3/3. On play, you can play a Caribou, 4 or less. So if you play this, you can play this out. So that's just really good Dawn efficiency. Get more bodies out. It's just another card that's in there. They give us 4 Bartos. Bartos really amazing. It's a blocker, 3/4 with counter. On your turn, if you rest a character by one of your effects, so that could be like the X-Drake or the Law Beppo or a different card, you get to draw a card and discard a card. So that helps you filter your hand, keep it with counter and stuff. And it's a blocker. So they've already given us 4 different blockers. This next card is a 4-cost. Sorry, this might be kid up. Nope. We've got a 5-cost Luffy, 5/6. This one's from OP7. If you have 3 or more characters on your board, characters with a cost 3 or less, other than Luffy, cannot be KO'd by effects. So this helps against your black matchups where they're popping your board, reducing and popping. So if they need to reduce it low, it falls within the criteria here. So you can't really get rid of it unless you get rid of Luffy first. So it helps protect your board, which is everything for the Bonney deck. Next up, I'm running out of space. I'll stack some of these. Next up is this 1-cost Zoro, which is a nice little body to play. It's a 1/2. When attacking, if you have 3 or more characters, it gets 2K power. It's just a little body, searchable body. Something maybe I wouldn't play necessarily, but it's just there so you can even out your curve with this starter deck. It's pretty cool though. If you need to play it, you can play it. This event is another reprint from OP7, which is going to see some more play soon. It's a 2-cost event that when your leader or character gains 3,000 power during this turn, then you can rest one of your characters, cost 3 or more, and if you do, you can rest one of your opponent's characters 5 or less. So if you have something where you maybe play out a it has to be a 3. So it'd be like one of the Caribous or something like that. You can rest it, buff something 3K, and rest a 5K so you can break through their defense, and it's only 2 Dawn, so you're actually getting a bonus power for that. And I anticipate a lot of green decks will probably use this card in the future. Lastly, we have a 1-cost Searcher event, more pizza, just the same Searcher. Look at the top 5, add a Supernova. Trigger is to draw a card. So just another good Searcher for the deck, and then you get your 10 Dawn. So that is the deck. That is the coverage of the entire deck. And now we'll work on building a whole deck with 2 Bonney decks to see what that looks like. We're back with a double Bonney starter deck list. For this, I would take both decks and combine them and take some of the good cards from here and make it a whole deck. So first off, I would run 4 of these new Kid Killers. You definitely need the searching power and the surprise effect of being able to send it to the discard on their attack to restand a Dawn. That can help you extend your turns, being able to keep a Dawn active so that you can use your leader effect after you use that effect and rest something on their side where they didn't know that was coming. Also, I'd be running 4 of the new Law Beppos. These are amazing top end, big monster or big character that can help you win the game in the end phase. And as well as freezing one of their characters and then also buffing your leader. So you play it, now you're 7K lead, you can swing 7K, you rested and froze something, really, really strong. Throughout the mid game, I'd be running some of these Rouges, definitely. This helps you maintain keeping a Dawn up. It's also a blocker. If you need to, you can use it to swing. And it's just another really strong mid-range body. More blockers here. I'm putting in 4 of the new beige. This just helps you filter out the hand if you have any cards that you don't need necessarily. And it's a blocker, so it just helps you filter that out. Second to last, Barto blockers. I'd run 4 of those as well. This, combined with some of the resting cards like Law and Beppo and Mihawk, X-Drake, not Mihawk, will help filter out the hand, as well as being a blocker and being another target that red has an issue removing since it's a 4K light or 4K power. So it can't get mole gun, but they have to target it first as opposed to one of your other bodies. So that's really strong. Lastly, now I would also run 4 of the Caribou blockers. It's basically a 4/6 in the mid to late game blocker that also has counter. It's just really strong. Definitely with a lot of black decks out there, I'd be running this Luffy. It's not new. This Luffy to protect your board from getting reduced and removed. They'd have to chase this first, and that keeps your other important bodies like Urouge alive so that you can survive on their turn as well. Then we're running an onslaught of 2Ks. We've got the Hawkins, which keeps Dawn up. We've got the 4 X-Drakes, which let you rest something and set a Dawn up at the end of the turn. Then you've also got the 4 Scratch Mana Poo, which is just a searchable 2K. And if you need to, rest a 2-cost blocker or body that you need to get rid of or get around. I would also run maybe some of these Zoros just so that you have something to play on 1 Dawn. And then if you need to, because some of the bodies come out on 4, if you're on that odd curve, you can attach Dawn on your 3 Dawn turn and swing with it. It becomes a 7. Doesn't become a 7 right away, but it could become a 7 later if you have 3 or more characters. So this is something that if they don't get rid of early, it can become a threat later. So that's a searchable card. So it's really good. I'm also running 4 of the searcher events. Finding what you need when you need it is very important. So that's why the Kid and Killer's in here as well. So finding whatever you need to keep the deck moving and play your curve correctly, that's also really vital. And then just 2 of these Demonic 9 Sword Ashura Demon 9 Flash cards. This is a good value for your Dawn. You can buff by 3K, rest one of your bodies, rest one of their bodies. Just a good little tech card. And worst case scenario, it's a trigger that rests a 4 cost. So this is definitely another card. For cards that aren't in this deck, I would suggest if you can, maybe get a Cavendish. Those are hard to get, but if you get them, I think that could really add some value to the deck. 8-cost Kid could also help you in combination with the blockers that are in here. So I imagine if I were to make this deck with my own cards, that's what I would be doing, is adding a couple of those other pre-existing Supernova cards that could really strengthen the deck. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this and want to see a fully built out competitive deck for Bonney, follow along, like, subscribe, comment that you want to see a new deck list, and we'll get that out there. But for now, that's it. So if you guys want to see more, let us know. The packs. We also have 2 booster packs. One of these come in each starter deck. So we're going to open these and just see what we get. Maybe it's a hit. These starter decks are banger value because you're getting a pack. That's already a $5 value. And then the deck, you get all those cards. So let's check out. A Zeus. Okay, this is playable at least, Good for the new yellow decks and stuff. That's cool. And we've got, it's stuck. Is it stuck? That's it. No hits for us, but we get some rares. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of our content, and we'll see you guys in the next one.